Hey friends, thanks so much for joining me today. If you're new here, my name is Katie. Please be sure to check out my YouTube channel and subscribe for weekly yoga videos. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again today, and I'm so excited to practice with you. We're going to be working through arm strength. This is something that I'm always trying to work through, trying to strengthen my push-ups, side planks, and also working through my shoulders. So let's go ahead and get started here. Actually, on to a child's pose. So toes, knees out wide, arms reaching out here. And just taking the moment, taking a few breaths to settle in. Taking a moment to acknowledge that you're setting aside some time, your focus, your strength into today's practice. As you breathe here, maybe feel the breath in your upper back. Maybe with each inhale, you feel your shoulder blades separate. And as you exhale, your chest sinks deeper towards the ground. On your next exhale, we're going to walk our hands over towards the left side of the mat. So maybe inching your fingers a little bit while you keep your body remaining in this place. Maybe your fingertips come off the mat, that's totally fine. But we're searching for perhaps a sensation on the entire right side body here. Think about pulling that right hip back. Maybe inch your fingertips a little bit more towards the top of the mat. For another breath. And then slowly inching your way back through center and just reaching towards the right side of the mat this time. So walking fingertips towards the right side of the mat, keeping your body where it is in space, but finding length on your entire left side body here. Pulling that left hip back just slightly, and maybe reaching your fingertips just a little bit more forward. A little extra space. And then inhale, we'll come back through center, walking the fingertips back to where we started. Pulling ourselves into a tabletop position. And as you exhale, I want you to tilt the tailbone up as if you're going to a cow pose, and then push your hips back towards the back of the room, coming into child's pose. Inhale, we're going to round into the spine, pulling ourselves in towards a tabletop position, rounding into the spine to this cat pose. As we exhale, we're going to tilt the tailbone up, pull the chest through, but also push our hips backward, moving into our child's pose. Do a few more rounds like that. Inhale, rounding into the spine. We're pulling ourselves in towards tabletop, but with a rounded spine. And as you exhale, tilt the tailbone up, cow pose, but push your hips back into space. Child's pose. 2 more like that. Inhale, rolling yourself into tabletop position. Maybe separating the shoulder blades a little bit more. Exhale, bring the shoulder blades together, push the hips towards your feet. Back into child's pose. Inhale, roll yourself into tabletop. And exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, rolling ourselves back to tabletop here. And take a second to just roll out your wrist, circling the wrist, maybe a few clockwise, a few counterclockwise positions. Just to warm yourself up just a little here. Go ahead, find some stillness. We're gonna move towards laying on our right side body. So I'm gonna be facing the camera here. Our knees are gonna be about 90-degree angle just to help give us a little stability. We'll be laying on our shoulder and reaching both of our arms forward. I'm gonna reach our left fingertips just a little bit further out of our right, and then start as if we're drawing our fingertips up, overhead, and reaching up and around, kind of like a protractor, opening up towards the left side, and then continuing the circle, making a full rotation. So just continue on, moving in this direction. Circling your arm up and around, maybe trying to keep your fingertips on the ground as much as you can, but feeling the rotation in your spine as you reach your arm back, but also feeling your shoulder on your back body as you roll back. Continue on with this movement here, finishing up whatever rotation you're on. And then we're going to reverse our course. So this time we're going to bring our hand down, reach it back behind us, up and overhead, and then meet back to center. Continue on in that movement. And feel free to move as fast or as slow as you would like to. But perhaps, can you notice? Are you able to find a little bit of intention in the movement? Maybe slowing down in certain areas? Do you have any sticky spots that are interesting to you? Finding the last rotation here, finishing up, meeting our hands together. Now we're just gonna switch our side here. I'm going to lay on my left side facing the camera just so you can see, but you can flip over if you would like to. So laying on our left side body here, legs are about 90 degrees just to give us a little bit more stability. Hands are on top of each other. Reach your right arm out just a little bit further and then start circling your right arm up, around, reaching behind you as you rotate your upper body, continuing down in the circle, and then coming back through center. So imagining as if you can draw a circle onto the ground. Maybe your fingertips stay on the ground the entire time. Maybe they don't. Of course, when you reach your arm down, your body's in the way. So try to imagine it as much as possible. But as you circle open, do you feel the rotation in your spine? Do you feel your shoulder on your back body? And go ahead, finish up the circle wherever circle you are at. And we'll reverse the movement. So this time, right arm goes down and back as we reach it up and around. I really love doing these because it just feels really nice. But it's also a great way to make sure as the rest of your body is static, can you notice the movement coming only from your right shoulder and of course a little bit in your spine. I have a lot of things in my way here, so apologies if this looks confusing with my hands, but we get the idea. All right, go ahead, finish. Whatever rotation you're on, bringing your hands back to meet, and then slowly making our way up to tabletop position, facing the front of the mat. Tuck your toes, push your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Roll yourselves lower back, mid back, upper back to a high plank. Take in a second in this high plank and just finding the push through the arms, Separating the shoulder blades, engaging the glutes, engaging the core, and driving the heels towards the back of the room. Everything's lighting up here, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, push your hips up, downward facing dog. Let's do a few waves here. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, rolling yourselves into high plank. Exhale, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, rolling yourselves into high plank. Exhale, push your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling yourselves into high plank. Exhale, push your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, rolling yourselves back into the high plank. And feel free to drop your knees here. We're going to take 0 to 5 push-ups any way you want to. But I want you to think about every time you push up, full exhale. All the effort there. And when you finish, finding ourselves all the way onto our belly. Fingertips come to 10 and 2, moving into oscillating cobra. As you inhale, we're gonna roll ourselves up. Hips, tops of the feet are grounded. Exhale, roll our spine down. Inhale, lower back, mid back, upper back, roll on up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Taking a couple more like that. Do you notice if you're able to segment the spine one by one, vertebrae by vertebrae? Finish up the last wave that you're on. Release your left arm out to a T, right hand by your chest, and bring your right heel in towards your glute. As you exhale, we're gonna roll on over our left side body, rolling onto the left shoulder. Our right leg is gonna kickstand right behind us, just to give us a little support, opening the front left shoulder. Now, if your right foot doesn't reach behind you as a kickstand, feel free to stack it on top. Whatever's gonna give you a little bit more stability here. This certainly is intense. Then inhale, come through center, switching our side. Right arm out to a T, left hand right by our chest, rolling on over our right body, using the left foot as a kickstand. Inhale, we'll come through center. This time, same but different. We're gonna do a cactus with the arm. So instead of left arm straight out, we're gonna bend into the left elbow. So it's like a field goal pose. And then reach our right leg across and over. Now this is much more intense, at least it is for me. So you may not go as deep as you may have with the first side. That's okay. Find the line of tension that interests you. And then coming back through center, switching the side. Right arm's now a field goal post or a cactus arm, rolling on over the right side. Think about breathing into the shoulder. Inhales helps you maybe find a little bit more spaciousness in that right shoulder. And exhales helps you find a little settling in, like, okay, I'm here now. Inhale, we're gonna come back through center here. Reach your arms back behind you, lift up your chest, lift up your legs, hips are grounded here, setting ourselves up into this locust pose. Think about igniting the back line of the body. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze the legs together, reach the legs. Reach your arms forward. And as you exhale, we're gonna pull the elbows down towards our hips, cactusing the arms. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, cactus the arms. Really feel the shoulder blades coming down your back body. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Don't lose your locust pose. 2 more, you've got this. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Lift up your chest just a little bit higher. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and fall on down. Ooh, that was tough for me too. All right, placing the hands towards your chest, tuck your toes, firm up your body, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, push yourself into high plank and push yourself into downward facing dog. Excellent, excellent work, everyone. Let's start moving into our flow. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you roll into your high plank, we're gonna drop both heels towards the right side of the mat. Lift the left arm up, grounding into our Vashisthasana. Right hand is really grounded into the ground. Think about your shoulder onto your back body. Lift the hips up. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bring our left forearm to the ground this time. Moving on to Vashisthasana on the left side, forearm onto the ground. This feels a little bit different. Maybe you actually feel your shoulder a little bit more here. Really drive into the arm, push the hips up. Plant your right hand down towards the ground, back into Vashisthasana on the right side. Bring the left knee into our chest, and then drop the left foot as lightly as possible towards the top of the mat. Drop the right knee down, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, pull the elbows down towards your hips, cactusing the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Let's do 2 more like that. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, bring the fingertips down towards the ground. Tuck your right toes. Push your hips up back into a modified pyramid pose. Inhale, bend to the left knee. Reach the arms up. High crescent lunge. We're going to bring our left arm, cross it around and under our right arm, coming into eagle arms. Lean ourselves forward until come into crouching warrior. Really engage that right glute. Reach the arms up and forward. As you exhale, straighten into the left leg, traditional warrior 3 with eagle arms. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the right toes back, reaching the arms up, back. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down towards the ground, step the left foot back, take anywhere from 0 to 3 push-ups. Again, with every exhale, pushing yourselves up. Drop the knees, drop the elbows, look forward. Inhale, pull ourselves upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. We're gonna roll ourselves towards a high plank, but dropping both of our heels towards the left side this time, Vashisthasana on the left side. Drive into the palm, push the hips up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, this time right forearm down towards the ground, switching into Vashisthasana on the right side. Both of your feet can be planted here, totally fine. Find the push into the right shoulder, reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring the left hand back down to where it started, shifting over Vashisthasana on the left side. Bring the right knee into your chest. Step it towards the top of the mat. Drop the left knee down, reaching the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, pull the elbows down towards your hips, cactusing the arms. Reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. We've got 1 more here. Inhale, pull the arms towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pull the elbows down. Really feeling the shoulders on your back body here. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your fingertips towards the ground. Tuck your toes, push your hips back and up. Modify pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the right knee as you ground your feet, pushing the ground away, reaching the arms up, high crescent lunge. We're gonna bring our right arm this time underneath, wrapping it around for eagle arms, and then leaning ourselves forward, leaning, moving into crouching warrior with eagle arms. Exhale, straighten into the right leg. Inhale, bend into the right knee. Reach the left toes back, coming back into a crescent lunge, but keeping the eagle arms. Maybe leaning back here. Exhale, release the arms. Plant your hands on the ground. Step the right foot back. Take anywhere from 0 to 3 push-ups. Drop your knees, elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's a tough one, huh? Take as many push-ups as you would like to. Obviously, you can skip it, but let's move on to another round of the flow. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you roll forward, we're gonna move into Vashisthasana on the right side. Really drive your hips up, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, we're gonna bring our left forearm down. Vashisthasana on the left side. Maybe you try stacking your feet this time. Plant the right hand down right where it was. Push yourself, Vashisthasana on the right side. This time bringing our left knee into our chest. Look to where your left foot is gonna land. Land it as lightly with control as possible. Reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, pull the elbows down towards your hips. We'll only do this once. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, we're gonna bring our fingertips down, push our hips up, modified pyramid pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Bring our left arm, wrap it around underneath our right for eagle arms. Leaning ourselves forward. Can you, with as much control, as lightly as possible, move into crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the right toes back. Coming back up, high crescent lunge, this time with eagle arms. Release the bind, plant your hands on the ground, step the left foot back, anywhere 0 to 3 push-ups. You can drop your knees if you would like to. Think about keeping the form, keeping the strength, keeping the integrity each time, and finding ourselves in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling ourselves into Vashisthasana, side plank on the left side. Bringing our right forearm to the ground. Vashisthasana on our forearm on the right side. Maybe stacking our feet this time. Place the left hand down onto the ground. Vashisthasana, back on the left side. Inhale, bringing our right knee into our chest. Slowly with control, bring the right foot towards the top of the mat. Drop the left knee down, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fingertips come down towards the ground, pushing the hips up into modified pyramid pose. Taking a breath here. Bend into the right knee. Reach the arms up. High crescent lunge. This time, right arm underneath left. Wrap it around here as tightly as you can. And as you do so, you start to lean forward and finding yourselves into crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior 3. Find that strength. Inhale, bend into the right knee. Reach the left toes back. Finding ourselves back into the high crescent lunge with those eagle arms. And as you exhale, release, unwind, bring the hands down towards the ground, step the right foot back, high plank, anywhere from 0 to 3 push-up before you vinyasa. Whew. I'm working up a sweat, you guys. Meeting in downward facing dog. One more round here. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling ourselves into Vashisthasana on the right side. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, left forearm on the ground. Vashisthasana on our left side. Can you push your hips up a little bit higher? Maybe feeling the left shoulder blade on your back body. As you exhale, right hand down to the ground, back to Vashisthasana on the right side. Bring that left knee into your chest. Look towards the top of the mat and then drop your left foot down. Arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands towards your hips. Elbows towards your hips, sorry. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the fingertips down. Modified pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the arms up overhead. Left arm underneath right, wrap it around, eagle arms. And as you do so, we'll start to lean ourselves forward. Try not to launch yourself into this crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, bend into the left knee. Reach the right toes up, back. Reaching the arms up. Maybe a little bit more of a back bend here. And as you exhale, unwind. Bring your palms towards the ground, anywhere from 0 to 3 push-ups. 1, 2, dropping the knees down. 3, drop your knees at any point. I'd rather you keep the form and integrity of the pose more so than just trying to get in those push-ups. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling ourselves. Vashisthasana on the left side. Exhale, bringing the right arm, forearm down. Vashisthasana on the right side. Woo, breathe here, find your breath. Put your left hand down. Vashisthasana on the left side. Inhale, bring the right knee in towards your chest. Place it towards the top of the mat. Reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. I'm laughing because this is tough for me. Bring the elbows down towards your hips, open up the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, finding ourselves into modified pyramid pose. Bend into the right knee, reach the arms up. High crescent lunge. Right arm this time wraps around underneath the left. And then we'll start leaning forward, finding ourselves in crouching warrior. Exhale into warrior 3. Inhale, bend into the right knee. Reach those left toes back. Finding maybe a little bit more of a back bend in this high crescent lunge. Before we unwind, unravel, step right foot back, high plank, and then anywhere from 0 to 3 push-ups. Maybe you go a little bit slower. Finding, pushing ourselves through a vinyasa, and then downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. Audible exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Find your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, drop towards your knees. Drop your hips towards your heels. And then shake out your arms a bit here. You're sweating a little bit, I am too. Okay, let's move into dolphin pose. Now, dolphin pose, I know, is not always the most favorite pose. It can be very, very intense. Bend into the knees as much as you need to. Maybe find a little bit of a longer dolphin pose because we're going to be walking our feet in a little bit closer after a few breaths. So hang on here. Think about wrapping your shoulder blades around your side body. Push the ground away. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly walk your feet up 1 step. Push the ground away. Maybe think about bringing your chest towards your thighs. Bend into the knees as you need to. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Step your feet 1 more step closer. Push the ground away. Bend into the knees. Holding here for another 3, 2, 1. Step your feet 1 more closer. Push the ground away. Find space for your head. Bend into the knees if you need to. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Take 1 more step. Really think about pushing your chest towards your thighs. If you're shaking, if you're gritting your teeth, I get it. It's tough. Find the strength. Find the push here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Whoo. Take a few moments, take a few breaths here. I know those are super, super tough. I was shaking in those holds, but those are really, really great way to really build up stamina, build up strength. Taking one more breath here. Exhale. And then setting yourselves up again. If you're like, hey, these are awful. I know. I think it's awful too. But what can be very rewarding is seeing your progress and your growth over time as you continue to do these. So maybe a little bit longer of a downward face. So maybe a little bit longer of a dolphin pose. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Take a step forward. Push the chest back. Push the ground away. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Take a step forward. Push the chest towards your thighs. Bend into your knees. Push the ground away. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Take a step forward. No matter how big or small the step, try to make a little progress. Taking a little bit of a step forward. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. One more. One more. You've got this. You've got this. Push it. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And release. Ooh. Real intense. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and find ourselves on our belly. Whatever way you want to get there, no need to make it any more difficult or complicated. We're finding ourselves into a Sphinx pose. So elbows are underneath our shoulders, palms onto the ground. And imagine you're pulling your shoulder blades together and pulling your chest forward. So shining forward. Now let's add a little bit of core work here. So 2 options. You can keep the tops of the feet onto the ground, or if you would like to, you can tuck your toes. Placing the tops of your feet on the ground is going to be a little bit more challenging. But as you inhale, imagine pulling your chest through. And as you exhale, when we're rounding into, pushing into, inhale, we're in our Sphinx pose. As we exhale, we're going to lift our hips up, moving into a forearm plank. Inhale, drop our hips, pull our chest forward. Exhale, push into our elbows, lift up the hips, separate our shoulders, forearm plank. Inhale, drop the hips, look forward. Exhale, push the ground, separate the shoulders, high forearm plank, low forearm plank. Inhale, drop the hips, pull the chest forward. Exhale into forearm plank. One more. Inhale, drop the hips, slow steady. Exhale. Firm up your body. Lift up the hips, forearm plank. Push the ground away. Drop the hips down into our Sphinx pose again. We're going to take our left hand, kind of step it about a foot in front of us, but reach our right arm underneath our left armpit and settle in. You can keep your left arm out in front of you, or if you would like to, maybe cross it in front of you, making a little pillow for yourself. Just allowing this moment to stretch out your right shoulder. And then slowly unwind yourself. Plant your forearms back to where they were. We're going to do 5 more of those lifts and lowers. We're going to do 5 more of those lifts and lowers for our core. Inhale, pull your chest through. Exhale, come into forearm plank. Inhale, pull your chest through. Really be slow and intentional with the movement here. Exhale, push into the forearm plank. So we're not really trying to move fast through the movements. Inhale, but really exhale. Try to find where can we control the movement and the speed and engaging our full body. Last one here. Inhale, pull the chest through. Exhale, drive into forearm plank. Slowly with control, we're going to bring our hips back down. This time our right hand's going to sneak its way towards the top of the mat as we reach our left arm underneath the right armpit, settling in. Again, right arm can be out in front, or if you want to cross it in front of the left arm, feel free to do so and kind of use it like a pillow. Slowly unravel ourselves, meaning back into the Sphinx pose. And then lifting our hips back into child's pose. Now arms can be out in front of you, or if it feels a little nicer, you can bring your hands towards your feet. We have an embryo pose. And then slowly make your way up, sitting back onto your shins. Moment of reintegration. We can move into dolphin pose, headstand, forearm stand, whatever is available for you. You might be feeling pretty strong with your arms here. To explore spaces, definitely try different spaces if it feels good for you. Wherever you are, go ahead, find yourself there. Breathing into the space. Finding balance, finding strength, finding the push. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly ease on down, sitting back into your shins, and finding ourselves in downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're gonna step right foot right by right thumb. Inhale, rise and up, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, keep your hips where they are in space. We're gonna extend the left knee, straightening it as best as we can. Bring the hands towards heart center, lean yourself forward. Crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, bend into the left knee. This time, reaching the left toes back, opening up into warrior two. Sinking into the warrior two. Inhale, reach up, reversing the warrior. Exhale, bringing into our side angle pose. You can reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, or finding extended side angle pose, reaching the left arm towards the top of the room. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, straighten into the right leg. This time, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the ground. Reach the right leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, pull yourself into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, left foot towards left thumb. Rising into double bent leg lunge. Inhale here. Keep the hips where they are. As you exhale, we're going to straighten into the right leg, feeling the extension in the front right hip. Bring the hands towards your heart center, leaning ourselves forward. Crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reaching the toes back, opening ourselves into warrior two. Find the reach with the arms, sink into the left knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And as you exhale, move into side angle pose. Right arm can reach up towards the ceiling, or if you did so on the other side, try extended side angle pose, reaching the right arm towards the top of the room. Inhale, reverse the warrior, reaching the left arm up towards the ceiling this time. Bend into that left knee. And then as you exhale, extend that left leg, straightening it. This time moving into triangle pose. Can you maybe pull this left hip back? Feel free to shorten the stance if you would like to. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands onto the ground. Reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale, pull into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up to, right leg up towards the ceiling. And then step right foot. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then step right foot towards right thumb. Double bent leg lunge. And as you exhale, extend the left leg, straightening into it, high crescent lunge. Hands come towards heart center as you lean yourself forward. Crouching warrior. Exhale into warrior three. Inhale, bend into the right leg, reach the left toes back, open ourselves up into warrior two. Feel the shoulder blades move to your back body. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Option to stay here, extend, or if it's available, take the bind. Half bind, full bind. If you are taking a bind, think about rolling that left shoulder onto your back body. Release the bind if you have it. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, straighten into the right leg. Moving into warrior three. Find a wing expansion here, opening up your collarbones. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, hands come to the ground. Reach right leg up. Three-legged dog. Inhale, pull into upward facing dog. Exhale, push the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. And then step it towards your left thumb. Double bent leg lunge. And as you exhale, keep your hips where they are in space. Extend that right leg. Finding hip extension in the right hip. Hands come towards heart center as we lean ourselves forward into crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach the right toes back, opening ourselves up into warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. And then as you exhale, side angle pose. You can keep your arm up towards the ceiling, reach towards the top of the room, or if it is available for you, a half bind or a full bind. If you choose a bind, roll that right shoulder onto your back body, opening up the chest. If you are in a bind, release the bind. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, straighten into the left leg. Triangle pose. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Ooh, I almost fell a little bit there. And then as you exhale, I'm gonna plant your hands on the ground. Reach the left leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, pull yourself upward facing dog. Exhale, push hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Step it towards your right thumb. Double bent leg lunge as you rise up. Exhale, straighten into the left leg. As we inhale, hands towards heart center, leaning ourselves into crouching warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, bend into the right knee, reach the left toes back as we open ourselves up into warrior two. Can you sink a little bit deeper in your warrior two, shoulders onto your back body, reverse the warrior, and then move into side angle pose. Whatever option is yours, maybe exploring the same option, a different option. If you do have a bind, release the bind, inhale, reverse the warrior. And then as you exhale, straighten into the right leg. Hands come down, left arm up towards the ceiling, triangle pose. Are you able to pull your right hip back just a little bit, just to give you space on the right side body? Inhale, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, hands towards the ground, reaching the right leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, pull, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, last side. Inhale, reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, step left foot towards left thumb. Rise up, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, extend that right leg. Bring the hands towards heart center as we lean into crouching warrior. Exhale, extend into warrior three. Bend into the left knee, reach the right toes back as we open into warrior two. Sink a little bit deeper into this left knee. Shoulder blades squeezing together on the right side, on the body, on the back side of the body. Shoulder blades squeezing together on the back side of the body. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Take a bind if you took a bind, or don't take a bind. Again, it's your practice. Feel free to move how you would like to. If you have the bind, release the bind. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Notice if you could pull the left hip back just a bit, opening up space on the left side body. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, bring the hands down towards the ground. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Inhale, pull into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, rolling yourselves into high plank. And last bit of effort here. Take anywhere between 0 and 10 push-ups. Last bit of arm work. Use your breath. Every exhale lifts you up. Feel free to go as fast or as slow as you like to. But then finish up with a vinyasa, meaning in downward facing dog. Drop the knees down, sit into your hips, crossing your legs so you can sit all the way down and lay onto your back. Taking a few breaths here to ease into rest. Maybe noticing the heart beating in your chest, acknowledging the work that you've done. Take your arms, reach them up overhead. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, and then reach your body over towards the right side of the room. So reaching your arms over, everything else stays in place. Just finding a little nice stretch on the left side, left shoulder here. Inhale, come through center, grabbing opposite wrist with opposite hands, just kind of inching your way over towards the left side here. So kind of like a half banana, not so much a full banana. Come back through center. And find yourself in your Shavasana. There are a lot of ups and downs in this practice. Some moments of heat, some moments of relaxation, working through our arms, finding openness in our shoulders, finding strength in our push-ups. I encourage you to stay in the Shavasana as long as it serves you, of course. Perhaps even a little bit longer. But I hope you had fun with this practice today. I appreciate you taking the time to show up for yourself, to put in the work. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.